Hey guys, my name is Nick Sivrich. I'm a physical therapist, and I want to go over this week's question of the week. I've been getting a lot of different questions about braces, specifically for the knee, some for the ankle, but mainly for the knee lately. I've had a few different people come to me that have just had ACL repairs, and I also have a lady that I just evaluated the other day that fractured her kneecap or her patella. And all of them usually come in with a brace that has hinges on the outsides of them, each side of the knee joint, and it's locked. And a lot of times they'll be asking me, well, when can I unlock this brace? When can I get rid of this brace? And most of the time, there's usually a certain timeline that we'd like to focus on whenever patients are coming to see us. When they have these types of braces, because your quad muscle is what really is going to determine whether or not you are able or unable to be with or without the brace. And so the quad muscle, your thigh muscle, has 4 muscles. That's why it's called a quad, and your quadriceps muscle. And basically, anytime you have surgery on your knee, especially if it is a ACL repair or something very extensive, sometimes even total knee replacements, that quad muscle tends to shut down a little bit, and then atrophy happens. And what atrophy is just the wasting away of the muscles. So when that happens, the quad obviously becomes weaker, and the knee isn't very supportive, so it'll tend to want to give and kind of go out. And we obviously don't want you to fall and injure yourself more. So that's why you have the brace initially, to try and take up that slack of the muscle weakness. So usually what I tell people is it can take anywhere from a few days after surgery to 4 weeks after surgery. It all depends on how fast your muscle develops, your quad muscle fires. And what we use to determine that is we'll have you lay down on the table and do what's called a straight leg raise. And basically all that is when you keep your leg completely straight, you extend your knee completely full, and you tighten your quad muscle, and you lift the leg up off the table. And you usually lift it anywhere between 30, 40 degrees off the table. And if you can do that without the knee bending, which is called a quad lag, it's whenever your knee bends a little bit and it doesn't stay completely straight. If you can do that without it lagging or bending, then you are ready to be out of the brace. And a lot of people are kind of fearful even when they're at that stage, because obviously they don't want to injure themselves again. But that's the timeline, and that's kind of the little test that we do in order to see if you are ready to be out of the brace. I hope that helped for this week, guys. It was a pretty simple question this week, but a lot of people ask me about that because it's such a cumbersome thing to have a brace on after surgery. You're already in pain, and then you have to deal with this big thing on your leg. So I hope that helped. Any questions, feel free to give me a call or contact me. Thanks a lot, guys.